What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm down at Jaguar Land Rover, Porsche, Volvo of Greenville doing some reviews, and they happen to have a 2019 BMW i8 Roadster in inventory. Definitely check out their website. Huge shout out to them for letting me film and check out this car today. I'll have that down in the description below. This is a pretty awesome car. I never got to check it out when it originally came out. This one has just over 2,000 miles on it with an original MSRP right around $165,000, give or take just a little bit. It is now listed for $127,000, so it's definitely a bargain to pick up. Very new car with low miles on it. But let's go ahead and just take a walk around of it. So starting up front with the traditional kidney style grille that BMWs come with. In this case, we don't have to provide airflow to cool the engine, but this does have functional inlets up underneath to help provide better aerodynamics. It also has a forward-facing camera, and then the BMW badge just up top with the blue, meaning that it is a hybrid. And then down below, this has functional air flaps here that will open and close at speed to help with more aerodynamics. And it has a really nice front end design to it. I like how the middle section of the bumper there is kind of tucked in just a little bit, adds to the aggressive design of the front. This comes with LED headlights. I think optional LED adaptive headlights are available. I'm not sure if this one has it or not. And then there's even more airflow cutouts on the sides of the bumper. So definitely very functional all around. And then up on the hood here, we have a nice trim piece. There is nothing up underneath the hood that I can gain access to. I think that's just for the factory. If you have anything, they can pop that off and do any work that they have to do. And then of course, this has the doors. I have them open because that is just cooler to do. It's very easy to close and open these doors. And as you can see, they open up sideways. So just putting my hand up underneath here, there's an electronic button and we can easily let the door open up. Very lightweight to do. I believe all of it is carbon fiber. You can see the carbon fiber on the back side, so it is a very light door. We even have more carbon fiber on the grab handle here, so it's easy to pull down as well. Before we hop into the inside, however, let's continue down the side. I really like the body lines down in the lower side skirts there. Just gives it a really cool look. And then there are 3 different 20-inch wheel options that you can get. I really like them. They have a two-tone design to them, and I think they fit this car nicely, especially with the gray color that it is. And then moving to the back, you can get a good view how this car looks from the back. It's cool to see the doors up. And then just up underneath the taillights here, you can see this entire cutout that goes to the front doors here. So when I have these closed, airflow will travel right on the outside of Roadster there and up underneath and then come out the back here. I think it's a really cool design how it's integrated nicely with the taillights as well. And then you can see the BMW badge right in the center and some nice contoured lines running on each side. I think this is a nice piece, gives it some great contrast. We kind of have 3 different colors going on in the back here, but I think it has a really nice design to it. And then there's even these trim pieces here on the top. Let's go ahead and check out the rear here, because even though this is a Roadster, there is storage space in the back. I'm just gonna push the button on the key fob here and you'll see it pop open. So it is nice that you have this usable storage space. It's the only storage you have aside from a little bit on the inside, but it is doable. You can put 2 backpacks in here. I could probably fit my camera bag in here if I wanted to. So in between the trunk space and where the top goes down, that is the 1.3 liter inline 3-cylinder engine. There's also 2 electric motors as well. That helps power this. It also has an 11.6 kilowatt battery pack. And then this will produce 369 horsepower. That's about 12 horsepower more than the previous i8. And it'll do 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. And all of that is paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. It has a top speed of 155 miles an hour and weighs right around 3,500 pounds. All of this power is sent to all 4 wheels, so it is all-wheel drive. And with the numbers that we're seeing and the weight, it should be a very fun car to drive. But before we go ahead and get it out on the road, let's go ahead and hop inside and see what it has to offer. As far as getting in and out, it's really not all that hard. This door sill here is quite large, and then with the angle of the door, you kind of have to lean back a little bit, so obviously you don't smack your head there. And then once you get past that point, you can easily just fall back into place. So it's really not all that hard to do. And then as I mentioned earlier, being a carbon fiber door, it's very lightweight and you can easily close it. We have the release button just on the top here, so you can easily push that, kind of use your elbow there a little bit, and then the door will automatically open up. So you get used to it. It's really not all that bad. I think it's kind of cool, to be honest. And then you have your lock and unlock with your side mirror adjustments. There is the gas cap release, and then this has a Harman Kardon sound system as well. But now that we are inside, I love all of the blue accents, especially with the gray. It pops a lot more. You can get the i8 in the exterior. I think it's electric blue, ice or frozen ice blue, I think it is, which is basically the exact color that you see on the steering wheel here. So that would definitely be cool to see one of those in person. As you saw earlier, We have blue seat belts as well. And now to fire it up with my foot on the brake, I can just push on this button and you will see everything come to life. So technically it is on right now, and just looking at the steering wheel real quick, you have your voice commands, your volume, and your Bluetooth, and then you have your cruise control over onto the left side. Headlight controls are off and to the left. And then looking at the gauge cluster again, on the left side you can see your miles per hour, and then over on the right side you have your power and your charge. So I'll be seeing those move while I'm driving the car, obviously giving it gas or braking, in order to see how much power I'm using along with how much charge I'm getting from the regenerative brakes. We have the center screen here that is touchscreen, or you can use this dial pad down below. Very similar in all of the BMWs, obviously. You can just use that rotary dial to go between what you would like to. Underneath that screen we have carbon fiber with leather and blue stitching. It gives it a really cool design. There's one air vent in the center, so for the driver you have that one, of course, and then the one in the middle, and then there's actually two air vents for the passenger over on that side. So it's definitely a different design, not having two in the center here, but everything is kind of turned towards the driver just a little bit. You have a whole bunch of presets here with your volume and power for the radio, and then all of the climate controls are just underneath that. This does have heated seats. Below that we have the start stop button, of course, along with the e-drive. So when the batteries are charged enough, you can easily use that, and it's going to limit your power, your throttle response, just using the electric system. But if you want to use that, you have the option to do it. You have your traction control, your different driving modes, basically Comfort and Eco Pro, and you will see those change on the top right of the gauge cluster there. Behind that, we do have a camera button, so you can easily get to your different camera angles. You have your parking sensors, and then your gear selection is right in the middle here, just like a normal BMW. All the way up for reverse, you have park on the top. You can see there is more carbon fiber running around everything on the inside, gives it a really cool look. The center compartment here is not all that large, but you can put your phone on one side. There's a 12 volt on the front section there too. And then there is a glove box, so you do have some more interior storage space, which is nice to see. And then there's one more compartment here, which I will come back to, but we'll go ahead and take a look at these seats. They're actually pretty comfortable. I can't wait to get this out on the road and see how they drive to be in. So behind both front seats, if you just pull on this tab right here, you can easily fold that forwards, and you have a lot more room than I was expecting for having the top right here and all of the other battery components behind that. It's very nice to see how they integrated that in and tucked the roof above that. So you can easily fit a lot more luggage back here along with the storage you have in the back. So actually it's pretty practical now that I've seen that. But let's go ahead and take a look at the last compartment, and that is this one right here. You have a little bit of storage space, but this is how you put up the top. So it's very easy to do. Obviously just pulling on this button, it'll automatically fold all the way up, and then putting it down, of course, is just the same process, obviously in reverse. And then the last thing that you can do with the top up is you can actually use this button right here to open and close the third window. So while the roof is up, you can actually have 3 windows down in the vehicle, which is pretty cool to see. And then the last thing I want to show is its profile with the roof on. So now that I have it on, you can see it has a really nice feel to it. It almost feels like it's denim. I know it's not, but it has almost the same texture to it, and it looks pretty cool. So we can see what it looks like. I honestly think I like it with the roof off, but even with the roof on, it doesn't look like an afterthought. I really like how they designed it from the coupe to the Roadster. All right, so now it's finally time to get the BMW i8 out on the road now. We're gonna start with the roof on for right now, and everything on the inside so far is what you would find in a normal BMW. So far it feels the same. The exterior is what obviously looks a whole lot different. And as we come around this first turn here, I'm gonna go ahead and put it into sport mode. Why not? We'll go to second gear here and see how much power this has. It's kind of cool how you can hear the exhaust note coming through the speakers. Although it's not real, it sounds good. It's pretty cool to have that for an electric vehicle like this. So I like how that's incorporated into it. Otherwise, it would be a very quiet ride. It definitely has a punch to it. Once you let off the gas there, it kind of relaxes just a little bit. So it definitely gets up and moves. And coming around a turn now, wow, this handles incredibly well. Wow, just going around that turn there. It kind of has a bumpy ride to it. I'm not on the smoothest road right now, and I'm in sport mode right now, so that would be why. But putting it back into regular comfort mode, it definitely eases up a good bit. But this is pretty cool. I've never been in a vehicle like this before. It's weird to be in a sports car that doesn't have a loud exhaust. But it's still cool nonetheless. If you want something that's not of the normal, going towards an electric car like this, it's honestly pretty cool. I really like the fact that you have the Roadster too. I think it looks really cool. We're gonna get on a good twisty road right here. Third gear. I'm very surprised at how well this handles. You could take this out on some back mountain roads, even take it out on the track and have a lot of fun with it. I'm very surprised. I wasn't really kind of thinking how it would perform as far as the performance driving aspect to it, but in the end, it's still a BMW. It's still gonna have that BMW technology and still perform like a BMW should. Let's talk about visibility. It's really not all that bad. I like that you have this glass right behind you. It makes it very easy to see everything behind you. And then the pillars aren't that bulky for having the Roadster. I can't see much on my left side, but obviously you have your side mirror to help you see on that side and your rear view mirror here. But honestly, it's really easy to see all around. There's a little bit of a window here on both sides of the A-pillar so you can see in front of that side mirror. Wow, not even half throttle and we are up just like that. It's very cool how it almost feels like the torque is really down low, so you really don't have any lag or anything like that. So I'm sure you could do this while moving, probably at slow speeds, let's say under 30 miles an hour. I'm just gonna do it while we are stationary. Very easy to do, or very quick I should say. It's easy to do with one button. But just like that, everything is down. But so far, just cruising like normal. The wind noise is really not all that bad. You might see my hair blowing just a little bit, but it's very quiet on the inside. I have no complaints with that. It's very nice how there's no like crosswind or anything like that. Coming around a turn, we'll go ahead and give it a little bit of gas around it. Coming out of the turn, man, it's very fun to drive. It's definitely a unique driving experience, being that it doesn't have the traditional exhaust and everything like a supercar or sports car like that would. So it's definitely pretty cool. But let's go ahead and see, putting this down doesn't really do a difference. Let's see what it's like with the windows all the way down now. Wow, it opens up so much more. You don't realize it when the windows are up, but having all three down now, hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm not yelling too much, but it's very nice. It's quiet in this area here, even up to my eyes. Obviously up here is a different story, but it's very quiet. You can easily talk to your passenger and go for a nice ride. So as far as wind noise goes with everything down, I really don't have any complaints with that. It's definitely pretty cool to be able to do that. What I'm also surprised about is the storage space that you get behind the seats. In my Audi R8, I had a little shelf behind both front seats that was very usable. I could put jackets or small bags or something like that. So it's very nice how you have that usable storage space. Even with the Roadster top, having it fold back there makes it it could be a daily driver. You could drive this every day and you have plenty of room for normal items to put back there, along with a little bit of storage space in that back compartment. So it's pretty cool how you could daily drive this. It's very comfortable. It gets like 26 miles per gallon in the city, 29 out on the highway is what I saw. I'm not sure if that's just on the engine itself or with the electric system as well. But let's go ahead and put the top back up. Hopefully my camera angle is good back there in order to do this, and we can watch it go to the sky. And it's very simple to do. I really like this. That's gonna wrap it up for my walk around review and test drive in the BMW i8 Roadster. Definitely an awesome car to check out. Huge shout out again to Jaguar Land Rover, Porsche, Volvo of Greenville for providing this car for me today. Definitely check out their website. That will be in the description below. They have a huge selection of inventory, including used inventory just like this. So definitely check them out. Also, don't forget about our gift card giveaway. All you have to do to be eligible to win is be a subscriber to the channel and comment on videos. At the end of this month, we're gonna pick the video with the most comments and pick a random winner from that video. And that's all you have to do to be eligible to win for this month. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a huge thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.